17 weeks of the regular season and 3 great weeks of the playoffs leading up to the Super Bowl. And you want me to boil down the NFL season 2003 into the top 10 plays or so? Tough. But you got the man for the job. Here we go. Our plays of the year in the NFL. Jamal Lewis, 295 yards, week 2. A new NFL single-game record. I think he got all 295 against the Browns here on this run. He would be the 5th back ever to top 2,000. Speaking of great running backs, LaDainian Tomlinson for the team with the first draft pick. Tomlinson for the San Diego not-so-Chargers, 100 catches, 1,000 yards. The only back ever to do it. Look what he does. He flips the ball to the official. That's why he's class. Catches of the year. We had many. Week 1 night, Joe Giravicius for the then Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Bucks in Philly. It was a season of revival for Cincinnati. John Kitna caboodles it. Ed Reed tips it. Chad Johnson catches it. 82 yards. The Bengals were in the playoff hunt for the final week of the season. Praise upstairs. Marvin Harrison, record-setting year a year ago. Amazing one-handed catch from the equally amazing Peyton Manning, who authored a fabulous season. And last play of the first half in week 7, remember this? Randy Moss to Mo Williams. Yikes. Moss, the no-look. However, on the other side of the ball, defensive plays, 2 rookies. Charles Tillman, Bears, steals it from Moss. The way it turned out, it could have prevented the Vikings from making the playoffs. And in the playoffs, Ricky Manning Jr. against the top-ranked receiver this year, Torrey Holt. A big play that set the Panthers up for their double overtime win. 2 rookies. Nate Poole, a name we would come to know. But here, he met Ray Lewis in our hits of the year. Oh, man. And then Monday night, well-dressed Amani Toomer, undressed by the Bucs' Dwight Smith. Kicks. Well, you've never seen a game start like this. Eagles try an onside kick, first play of the game against Dallas. Randall Williams, he could go all the way. In 3 seconds, it's 7-0 Dallas. But Andy Reid's Eagles would certainly rebound this year. On that day, Bill Parcells smiling. You never seen again? Not end like this. Extra point to win the game with no time left. Blocked by Carolina. John Fox's squad would beat John Gruden's Bucs eventually in overtime. Gary Anderson, more field goals than anyone in NFL history. 46-yarder for the 44-year-old Anderson to win a playoff game against the Ravens. But Tennessee undone by Mr. Clutch in the cold. Adam Vinatieri for New England. It's like kicking a rock. Good for 46 yards. Patriots ended up being Super Bowl bound. But records on the foot, Mike Vanderjagt. His record, 41st straight field goal, also gave the Colts the AFC South. And Peyton Manning says, let bygones be bygones. I suppose you want some more, huh? Oh, yeah. We're only getting revved up here on a winter evening. We got our top 5 plays of the year. Stay with us. Or so. Plays of the year in the NFL. Defining plays, defining moments for teams. Both teams. AFC East up for grabs. New England never wins in the Miami Heat until this year. Tom Brady, overtime. Troy Brownette, banner renown. 82-yard touchdown. The Pats, they win 3 of a 14-game winning streak for the Natalie Cloud-Bill Belichick. They punctuated it in Indy. November 30th, first and goal for the Colts. 1 stop, 2 stops. Incomplete pass. And then on 4th down, it's Ted Washington, Willie McGinnis and company stopping. Edgerrin James. It's the reason the Patriots played the AFC title game at home against Indy. And then Teddy Bruschi, ice-cold Bruschi, punctuates one of 3 shutouts the Pats had and the snow confetti scene, which we saw in Foxborough all year. The Indianapolis Colts, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't come from 3 touchdowns down with 4 minutes to go in Tampa. But Tony Dungy on his birthday has the team go in there and win that game in overtime. Brian Westbrook, with just over a minute to go in week 7. He could go all the way, 84 yards. The Eagles were going to last place if they lost this game to the Giants. Instead, he changed the game around and the season around. It's a 9-game winning streak. Talk about changing things around. Dante Hall, 4-0 Kansas City, 4-0 Denver. Week 5, and then gets a convoy. He had 4 kick and punt returns in the regular season. 1 more in the playoffs to go into the record books. How does he do it? Whoop! Whoop! This return was why the Chiefs and not the Broncos won the AFC West. Speaking of big plays, daylight come, and you got a Delhomme. First play of double overtime. Jake Delhomme to Steve Smith, and the Panthers upset the Rams in their 14-game home winning streak. How about plays like this? Last play of the game, the Saints down by 7 to the Jags. Aaron Brooks and Donnie Stallworth. No, it can't happen, can it? Whoop! To Michael Lewis. The Berman. Whoop! To Deuce McAllister. And then whoop! To Jerome Pathon. They're going to score. And now it's just the extra point for the always reliable John Connie. Good night, everybody.
And he missed. No! He missed the extra point wide right. Oh, my God. How could he do that?
How could Brett Favre do this just a day after he finds that his dad, at the age of 58, has died suddenly, somehow on Monday night? Favre has the gumption and the courage and the fire to throw 4 touchdown passes for the Packers against the Raiders. The next week, with the Packers needing a miracle to get in the playoffs, they get it from Josh Tears of McCown. 4th and 25 to Nate Poole. Touchdown. Vikings lose. Packers and Lambeau celebrate the NFC Norris crown. And then the next week, on to the playoffs in overtime. Al Harris, hair flapping in the breeze. 52 yards against the Seahawks. Gone. And the ex-Packer coach, Mike Holmgren, can't believe it. But finally, the miracles went the other way. 4th and 26. 74 double go. The play call for the Eagles. Donovan McNabb to Freddie Mitchell. And that ends up being the difference. As far and the Packer bounce from the playoffs. On to the Super Bowl next week. And you know what? We can't wait.
Manning, play action fake. Rolling to the right. Throws downfield. It is intercepted. Picked off. Picked off by Ty Law.
McNabb back. He pumps. He fires. And it is intercepted by the Panthers at the 40-yard line. Ricky Manning.
Here's the pressure. Dumps it off to the right. It is picked off. Short drop. Looks at the slant. Manning picks that off. Fires to the right. Intercepted. Ty Law. Down the middle of the field it goes. It's down in the air. It's picked off by Ricky Manning. Oh, my goodness. We're going back to Houston. Houston. Houston.